Hello and welcome to Express News. In the next half an hour, we'll get you all the latest news and updates. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Let's start with our top story. Union Home Minister Amit Shah held a meeting at his residence to discuss the issue of farmers. Union Ministers Narendra Singh Tomar and Piyush Goyal attended the meeting. Union Minister Prakash Javadekar said that the welfare of our farmers is a top priority. Our government, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has ensured that farmers are paid remunerative prices and that hike in MSP increases substantially with every passing year. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has constituted a high-level inter-ministerial Apex Committee for implementation of Paris Agreement under the chairmanship of Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The purpose of AIPA is to generate a coordinated response on climate change matters that ensures India is on track towards meeting its obligations under the Paris Agreement, including its nationally determined contributions. Senior officials from 14 ministries will serve as members to Apex Committee for implementation of Paris Agreement, who will oversee the progress in implementation of India's NDC and receive periodic information updates to monitor, review and revisit climate goals to fulfill the requirements of Paris Agreement. Within a week of cyclone Nivar hitting Tamil Nadu, another cyclonic storm Burevi is set to hit its southern districts, bringing heavy to very heavy rainfall in the state between December 2nd and 4th. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Palaniswamy said all precautionary measures were in place to minimize the possible damage that could be caused by the weather system. Neighbouring states have been requested to permit Tamil Nadu fishermen to berth on their shores. This followed a Met Department advisory to fishermen not to venture into the sea. And in view of the cyclonic storm, 17 teams of the NDRF have been pre-positioned in the southern districts, including Kanyakumari, Tirunelveli, Tuticorin and Madurai districts. The government has directed officials to monitor water levels in the rivers and dams in the southern district in view of the possibility of floods in the wake of heavy rains. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has approved proposal of daycare therapy center facility under Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy systems for central government employees and pensioners. Initial empanelment of daycare therapy centers will be undertaken on pilot basis for Delhi and NCR for a period of 1 year and subsequently would be considered for other places. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has issued standard operating procedures on the preventive and precautionary measures to be followed to contain the spread of COVID-19 in the country. The trend of new recoveries exceeding new cases continues, leading to reduction of the active case load in the country. There has been a sustained decrease in the number of active cases. India's total active case load has significantly dropped to 4.28 lakh today. This is the lowest after 132 days. The total active cases were 4,26,167 on 23rd July 2020. India's present active case load consists of 4.151% of India's total positive cases. The difference in new recoveries outnumbering new cases has also improved the recovery rate to 94.03% today. The total recovered cases stand at 89,32,647. In a landmark achievement, Health Ministry's National Telemedicine Initiative, eSanjeevani, completed 9 lakh consultations. United Kingdom has approved Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine for rollout from next week. Pfizer CEO said that UK vaccine approval historic moment in COVID-19 battle. Russian Ambassador Nikolai Kudashev has said comprehensive cooperation in countering the spread of coronavirus is a priority area of the Russia-India bilateral and multilateral strategic partnership. The third phase trial of Bharat Biotech vaccine also began in Bangalore today. Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa initiated the phase 3 trial virtually. The first dosage is being administered today, while the second dosage will be administered on December 30th. Around 1,000 volunteers will take part in the trial. The third phase trials of Covaxin, the vaccine for COVID-19, begins at the National Institute of Cholera and Enteric Disease in Kolkata today. Half of the volunteers will be receiving the first candidate vaccines indigenously developed by Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech and the ICMR, while the rest will be given placebos. Another shot will be administered to each of the volunteers after 4 weeks of the first one. High number of sample testing continues in India. According to Indian Council of Medical Research, 10,96,651 tests were conducted on December 1st. Cumulative samples tested for COVID-19 till 1st December is 14,24,45,949. Now, Sputnik 5, the first registered COVID-19 vaccine from Russia, arrived in India on Tuesday for clinical trials. Russian Direct Investment Fund and Dr. Reddy's Laboratories initiated the clinical trials of the vaccine. According to World Malaria Report 2020 released by WHO, India has made considerable progress in reducing its malaria burden. India is the only high endemic country which has reported a decline of 17.6% in 2019 as compared to 2018. The annual parasitic incidence reduced by 27.6% in 2018 compared to 2017 and by 18.4% in 2019 as compared to 2018. India has sustained API less than 1 since year 2012. India has also contributed to the largest drop in cases region-wide from approximately 20 million to about 6 million. The percentage drop in the malaria cases was 71.8% and deaths was 73.9% between 2000 to 2019. National Pollution Control Day is being observed today. The day is observed in memory of those who suffered and lost their lives in the tragic 1984 Bhopal gas tragedy. Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar has tweeted a video of an excerpt of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's speech on the occasion. He said that Government of India has waged a war against pollution. 100 cities aim to reduce pollution in 5 years. Uttar Pradesh CM Yogi Adityanath, along with prominent industrialists today, attended the listing of Lucknow Municipal Corporation bond at Bombay Stock Exchange. With this, Lucknow has become the 9th city in the country to have raised municipal bonds, which has been incentivized by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India under the mission Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. Union Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan said that India will drive the growth in global energy demand as its energy consumption is projected to grow at 3% per annum up to 2040, faster than all major economies of the world. On the occasion of Armed Forces Flag Day on December 7th, Defence Minister appealed to everyone to contribute towards Armed Forces Flag Day Fund. Raksha Mantri said that the contributions will be used for the welfare of ex-servicemen and their families. Sensex recovers 450 odd points from day's low and ended 37 points lower at 44,618. On the other hand, the Nifty rose 5 points to settle at 13,114. Gold and silver prices in Indian markets dropped today amid weak global cues. On MCX, February gold futures slipped 0.24% to Rs 48,449 per 10 gram. While silver prices surged about rupees 3,000 per kg. Oil marketing companies hiked the prices of petrol and diesel today after a pause of 2 days. Petrol prices were hiked by up to 15 paisa and diesel was increased by up to 25 paise across the metros. Small Industries Development Bank of India has launched a web portal to help micro, small and medium enterprises take benefit of the Reserve Bank of India's one-time debt restructuring. With the help of this do-it-yourself asset restructuring web module, MSMEs will be able to prepare restructuring proposals by keying in only the most essential data of their past financials, future projections and restructuring requirement. After the approval of the Pfizer vaccine, the share of Pfizer rose by 2.34% and the price jumped to Rs 5,227.25. Airline major SpiceJet plans to launch 20 new flights on its domestic network in a phased manner from December 5th. The company also announced addition of Ranchi as its latest domestic destination. Burger King India's Rs 810 crore initial public offer kicked off today and was fully subscribed within just 2 hours. The company aims to raise rupees 810 crore via the IPO. The issue comprises a fresh issue of shares worth rupees 450 crore and an offer for sale of up to 60 million shares worth rupees 360 crore at the upper end of the price band. More than 6 crore 43 lakh coronavirus cases have been reported worldwide and over 4 crore 43 lakh people have recovered from the virus till now. The United States continues to top the list among worst hit countries and has recorded over 1 crore 40 lakh cases of the virus, with the death toll surging past 2,76,000. In the United Kingdom, the Parliament approved a system of regional COVID-19 restrictions for England despite a rebellion within Prime Minister Boris Johnson's party, which underlined growing unhappiness at his handling of the pandemic. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that any COVID-19 vaccines should be voluntary and that they would not be made obligatory. US President-elect Joe Biden formally introduced his top economic policy advisors as his administration prepares to take power amid a slowing economic recovery hampered by the resurgent coronavirus pandemic. Biden urged lawmakers to pass a coronavirus aid package that has been stalled in Congress for months and promised more action to reactivate the economy after he takes office next month. A €100 million hospital was inaugurated to treat COVID-19 patients in Spain's Madrid region. The cost of the newly built hospital have been criticized by local opposition politicians and labor unions. French President Emmanuel Macron said that France should be in a position to embark on a broader COVID-19 vaccination campaign between April and June next year. The French President announced this after meeting with Belgian Prime Minister Alexander De Croo. In Turkey now, the government has begun the imposition of a nationwide weekday curfew as daily COVID-19 death toll hit a record high. For a 9th consecutive day, citizens will not be allowed to leave home between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. on weekdays or at all at weekends. U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that he has begun considering COVID-19 economic relief provisions that President Donald Trump would be willing to sign into law later this month. An Indonesian man is making cosplay costumes for cats, selling them online to transform felines into superheroes, fashionistas in hijabs or even cobblers. Each outfit is priced at between $6 to $10. The Salvation Army's illuminated giant red kettle sparked in New York's Times Square to signify the giant need to give this year as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Their aim is to help unemployment and food insecurity that are affecting the families a lot. The 7-foot 6-inch aluminium red kettle hangs from a 32-foot tall and 16-foot wide stand with built-in illuminated LED lights. The giant red kettle will stay in Times Square for the week and then will travel to other New York City locations for Christmas. A rare skeleton of a saber-toothed cat which roamed the northern United States some 37 million years ago is expected to fetch between 60,000 and 80,000 Swiss francs at an auction in Switzerland next week. The fossilized skeleton discovered in the rocky Badlands of South Dakota is that of a robust animal which hunted primitive horses and small rhinoceros. Team India defeated Australia by 13 runs in the final ODI of the 3-match series at the Manuka Oval in Canberra. Chasing India's target of 303 in the third and final ODI of the series, Australia were bowled out for 289. India won the toss and posted a total of 302 for the loss of 5 wickets in 50 overs against Aussies. Captain Virat Kohli has set a record of scoring 12,000 runs in the lowest innings in ODIs as he scored 23 to reach this landmark. England's David Malan hit a magnificent 99 not out as England completed a 3-0 T20 series victory over South Africa in Cape Town. Chasing 192, Malan and Joe Butler shared 167 to power England to a 9-wicket win with 14 balls still to go. With this victory, England replaced Australia in the T20 rankings and took the #1 position. Union Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju and All India Football Federation President Praful Patel held discussions with the Indian women's under-17 national team through video call and assured them of full support. With the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup postponed until 2022, the sports minister said that the players need not be disappointed and they should not lose their enthusiasm. In the Champions League, Liverpool beat Ajax 1-0 to win Group D and secure a place in the last 16. The only goal in the game was scored by Liverpool's Curtis Jones in the 58th minute of the game. Liverpool currently holds the top spot in Group D with 12 points from 5 matches. Ajax is in second place. Also, the match played between Atletico Madrid and Bayern Munich in the Group A match ended in a 1-1 draw. Also, there will be a lot of struggle for Atletico to make it to the final 16 as Atletico is 7 points lower than Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is at top in Group A with 13 points. Also in the Group B match of the Champions League, Ukraine's football club Shakhtar Donetsk defeated Real Madrid with 2-0. Real Madrid suffered a setback as the team has slipped to third place in Group B. A double goal from Romelu Lukaku helped Inter Milan beat Borussia Mönchengladbach, 3-2. With this victory, Inter kept alive the hopes of reaching the next round. In another match of Champions League, Barcelona will face Ferencvárosi. Barca has already reached into next round. Messi will not play for the second consecutive match in the Champions League. The coach said he will not miss any match in the next round. In the Champions League football competition, Manchester United will face Paris Saint-Germain today. With a win over PSG, Man U will reach to the next round. In another match, Chelsea will face Sevilla. Both the teams have made the place in the next round. Newcastle United's Premier League game at Aston Villa on Friday has been postponed following a significant increase in COVID-19 cases at the Magpies training ground. Seven-time world champion Lewis Hamilton has tested positive for COVID-19 and will miss the Sakhir Grand Prix this weekend. Lewis Hamilton is isolating according to local health guidelines. Hamilton will be replaced for this weekend's Sakhir Grand Prix. Williams driver George Russell will replace Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes for this weekend's Sakhir Grand Prix. Hamilton has been forced to withdraw from the race in Bahrain after testing positive for COVID-19. Mick Schumacher, son of seven-time Formula One world champion Michael Schumacher, will race for the team Haas next season. International Olympic Committee said President Thomas Bach is set to remain in office until 2025 as he will run unopposed next year for a second term. Bach succeeded outgoing President Jacques Rogge in 2013 after prevailing over 5 other candidates in an election in Buenos Aires. Film Division has curated a package of 4 documentary films to mark the International Day of Persons with Disabilities tomorrow. These 4 documentary films are Dialer, Laner Voice, Hope in the Darkness and Wings of Desire. These films will be streamed live on its YouTube channel and website. Prince Harry pledged his support for a Water Beer, a streaming platform launched to encourage viewers to take action on issues facing the planet. Around 80 NGOs have partnered to provide viewers with content in order to donate or get involved. The Oscar-nominated star of Juno and the Umbrella Academy, formerly known as Ellen Page, has come out as a transgender. Ellen expressed his overwhelming gratitude for those who have supported him. South Korea's parliament passed a bill to allow globally recognized K-pop artists such as BTS to postpone their mandatory military service to age 30. Military service is a contentious issue in South Korea. Oscar-winning director Steve McQueen's anthology about the West Indian community in London from the 1960s to the 1980s continues with the release of Red, White and Blue. The film centers around a young forensic scientist who decides he wants to pursue a career as a police officer. American actor Jennifer Lawrence was seen shooting for her upcoming Netflix movie Don't Look Up. She plays as an astronomer in the film who attempts to sound the alarm that Earth's safety is being threatened by an approaching asteroid. Lionsgate Play is officially live now. The Hollywood studio has kicked off its app operations and revealed its plans for the Indian market. Lionsgate will deliver high-budget premium Indian originals starting in 2021. Bollywood actor Akshay Kumar met Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. They discussed the actor's upcoming film Ram Setu and the proposed Film City project in UP. Bollywood actor and BJP MP from Gurdaspur, Sunny Deol, has tested positive for COVID-19 in Manali. He is asymptomatic and feeling absolutely all right and would be in Manali till he recovers completely. Today is the birthday of an iconic actor, Boman Irani. He has played memorable roles in movies like Three Idiots, Munna Bhai MBBS and Jolly LLB. Actor Kiara Advani shared her Kashmir Ki Kali look that she is donning in a song from her upcoming film. She shared a picture of her and co-star Aditya Seal unveiling their first look in the song Dil Tera from the Abir Sen Gupta directorial. Well, that's all we have in Express News. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.